Hey guys, welcome back to another Disney Pixar Connection video. Today we're covering Onward. So I have a love-hate relationship with this movie. It really was not my favorite to begin with. There are some really good Easter eggs, I'll give it that. But there was something about it that it took me a while to really get into. Like, I had to watch it a few times to enjoy it and actually look through the Easter eggs for me to, like, oh wow, like, okay, it's better than I thought it was. So if you loved it, don't hate on me. I'm just saying, like, that was something that I don't always enjoy every movie, okay? Like, it is what it is. I'm allowed to have my opinions. Anywho, the Easter eggs to this film is obviously why I'm here, because some major things. Now, I am going to be doing a theory video, so you can check that out as well. But Onward links Marvel, specifically Avengers and the Infinity Gauntlet, to the timeline. Now, why this is important is because my book series literally is covering all of this, right? And when I started my book series, I knew that this Pixar theory was bigger than what he was saying. This was before the Disney theory came out. While I think that Josh Ulrich, who created the Disney theory, did a good job, there is way more out there. Like, there is connections beyond connections. And that is what I'm covering. But man, the Easter eggs in this movie, which is why I'm going to be sharing that with you right now, because y'all will watch this. You will want to watch this movie again. I promise you. So let's get right into it. So Onward is it simulates the modern world going from this fantastical world, kind of like the way that the Lord of the Rings, which there are a lot of Easter eggs to, like back in that time of, century, and the brothers are trying to get back to that because they find out that their dad is a wizard, right? So now when we talk about Easter eggs, I want you guys to look at this particular brother, because he is played by Chris Pratt, who is, if y'all don't know, he is an Avenger. He plays Peter Quill in Guardians of the Galaxy, and there are a ton of also Easter eggs to that, both on his jacket as well as in his Van Guinevere. But we can see some, background information on the boys, on the parents. They're happy. There's a lot of, memories, and the music that they play is very, what do you call it? Very in tune with Guardians of the Galaxy. So if you pause, you'll see within the van that there's tons of it. You'll see that this very much looks like, I can't think of the movie. A mix of like Sword in the Stone with Sleeping Beauty. Anyway, so they continue on. They have to go on this quest, and as you can see, they use the basis of the game to follow this quest because they think it's real life. Well, the oldest brother does, and you can see the restaurant here. There's lots of Easter eggs, including Thanos, the gauntlet on the side of the arcade machine, but also there are links to Yinzid, if you don't know who that is. He was the wizard from Fantasia, which is also Disney backwards, FYI. Anyway, they find this map. That's not the real one. They need this one, actually, but they can't get it. Ends up in a fight. They find out where to go. This little goblin has a hidden Mickey on his nose. So anyway, they get the map. They figure out kind of where to go. They know they have to follow the Raven's Point, and so that's where they're going. In the meantime, the restaurant burns down. I'm not trying to give everything away. Please watch the movie. It's great. And the mom finds out, and the Manticore, whose restaurant it is, ends up helping her. So the mom and the Manticore are trying to get something back, and this scene, if you know where it's from, comment down below. I don't want to give it away. It is funny, but it is from a scene from a show. Definitely worth remembering, and I cannot for the life of me picture it. But yes, and then there's other elements like Jack and the Beanstalks and things like that. Anyway, I'm inserting myself while I edit, so pause. You'll see me a little bit later, and that was before. Anywho, so they continue on. They're still looking for the Phoenix Gem. They go through this whole adventure, and it's a whole mess. But they just want to see their father, their full father, for the rest of the 24 hours. But the whole time, the younger brother realizes that even though he didn't have his dad, his brother was like his dad. Now, I don't disagree on that, but I think in some ways it's helpful for him because he's like, hey, I still had this awesome role model who always wanted to be with me. And while they both deserve to have their dad, things happen. It just shows kind of the grieving of how children can be affected. I know it sounds strange that I'm like entering this here, but I think it's really important that some of the lessons that these movies teach really pick up on things that we as humans can also pick up on, right? And a lot of the Disney movies do cover grief. I know it's strange. There's like a weird obsession with grief when it came to Disney. He lost his mom when he was fairly young. I don't remember what age, but he had a very close connection, and it really did affect him. So when you see these Disney movies with the no parent, it's usually the no mom. Like, let's be real, it's usually the no mom situation. But you see that sometimes people are like, why would they show that? But that's the truth. Not everyone has a mom. Not everyone has a dad. Some family dynamics are going to look different to people for whatever reason it may be, and that is okay. I think it's important to also show the grief process. So again, they're showing in this movie that this happened when 16 years later, right? The youngest was just born. So you can see that how it affects people in different ways. So really important to note. Anyway, we're gonna close. So wasn't I right? Like, better than you thought, right? So those Easter eggs are quite something else. Now, there was one other film off the top of my head that also linked Marvel within Pixar, which was The Incredibles, the original. And I did talk about it in that Easter egg video. Like I said, I will have an Onward theory video, so check that out as well. February and March of 2022, so that's this year, I am covering as many Marvel movies as I can within those 2 months, and theories. So bear that in mind. Keep in tuned for that. If you're a Marvel fan, I cannot wait because there is a lot of cool things. And I hope to see you guys continue to check out my channel. I'm sending you all love. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.